Oh, what a remarkable trainer he is. To think he's only 28 years of age and today he could win his third Lexus Melbourne Cup. Don't forget, he won the Cox Plate just a little over a week ago as well. He's almost as talented as Francesca Cumani. It is great to have you joining us now, Francesca. You're staying up late, and why wouldn't you? You've already witnessed your brother win a race on Melbourne Cup Day as well with team captain. How are you?
I'm so well, Michael, but as for your introduction, Joseph O'Brien is a million zillion times more talented than me. Champion jockey multiple times and absolutely killing it as a trainer, and 10 years younger than me, which is all a bit depressing. But it was great to go and visit him over at his stables. What a setup he's got. What a win in the Cox Plate, and he's back with Twilight Payment for more. And yeah, talking of successful trainers, it was brilliant to see Matty with a really good winner already on Cup Day.
There's no doubt about that. And Joseph O'Brien, it may be a good tip. He's decided to jump on a plane and he is here in Australia. He'll be arriving on course. So we're going to have Joseph O'Brien in person here to watch Twilight Payment. And Michelle Payne is here as well. Michelle, you've actually had an experience working with Aidan and Joseph, riding out with a young Joseph over there years ago.
Yeah, funnily enough, I think it was like 13 years ago. Joseph was 15 and hadn't started riding at that stage, and I was over there for 2 weeks for experience, just to learn off the greatest trainer around the world in Aidan O'Brien, and riding out with Joseph before he'd even ridden in a race. So it's amazing to see his journey, you know, to what he's doing. It's just remarkable. He's so young, but you can just see he's so dedicated in what he does. He's had the best master to learn off, and he's making the most of it. Absolutely.
He's one of two internationals. We'll maybe call Sir Lucan a third, because he has his first Australian start for Gai Waterhouse and Adrian Bott. So, Cheska, we've got Twilight Payment, the defending champion. We've got Spanish Mission as well. We don't have as many because there are stricter protocols to ensure the safety of the horses and a lot of veterinary processes and hoops that the internationals have had to jump through. But these two have made it here today. What's the quality of this horse, Spanish Mission, compared to some of the other internationals we've seen come out here for the Cup in years gone by?
Oh, well, Michael, we might be light on numbers in terms of internationals, with only 2 taking part this year, but we're not light on quality, because Spanish Mission has got all the right form in the books. He was a good winner of the Yorkshire Cup earlier in the year. He was third in the Gold Cup at Ascot, and then he ran Stradivarius right to the line in a thrilling Lonsdale Cup. That's all weight for age group form. He's a classy individual, and I think he's got a great chance.
Well, this is the Lonsdale.
This is him actually in that epic duel with Stradivarius. He was sensational on the day. Look, it was only a 4-horse field that day, but these two locked horns, and you never quite knew which way it was going to go in the straight. Finally, just on the line, much to Frankie's relief, Stradivarius put his head down. But that's the kind of quality of form we're dealing with here with Spanish Mission.
Hi, Cheska, it's Michelle here. Just wanted to say to you, I think we've got a bit of give in the track here today, a fair bit more than what we usually see on Cup Day. It's 30 degrees and it is firming up, but I think that's definitely going to play into the hands of these guys from Europe as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's good to hear, actually. I mean, from a perspective of the well-being of the horses, it's nice to have a bit of give in the ground. It looks like you've got a bit of a breeze there as well, and hot, drying conditions. So by the time we get to the Cup, it should be absolutely perfect. I think international trainers are quite aware of not sending down a real mudlark, because on the whole it does tend to be firmer than the horses can be used to over here. But yeah, I wouldn't have said the ground was any concern for Spanish Mission or Twilight Payment.
Well, Cheska, Twilight Payment is the defending champion. No 9-year-old has won a Melbourne Cup, though, and he's got to carry the 58 kilos. Is he going as well, if not better, than 12 months ago, do you think?
Yeah, he's definitely going well, and his form's really picked up in the second half of the season. His second in the Irish St Ledger to Sonny Boy Liston was as good a form as you can hope for from him. Similar, actually, to last year when he was third in the same race before coming and winning the Cup. He actually went around at a slightly silly price last year, didn't he? Double figure odds. He led and won. He carried 55.5 kilos that day, so he's of course got more weight on his back. He is another year older, and he probably won't be allowed a soft lead in front like he was last year. Look, the weight thing is kind of crucial, isn't it? Makybe Diva in 2005 was the last Melbourne Cup winner to carry more than 56.5 kilos to victory, and I think we get sucked into it every year, don't we? The classy horses right at the top of the market who've got the best form in the books. They have got that bit to contend with about the weight, although I do think with a slightly thinner field this year, maybe it's not going to be so pertinent, because you haven't got stack of quality horses around the 54, 55 kilo mark. So there's a bit of a drop off between the 57, 58 kilos and then right down more towards those carrying between 50 and 53 kilos, say.
It's a fair call. I'm keen to get your thoughts on Incentivise, the favourite, which has taken everything before him here in Australia. But we've also got to ask about Sir Lucan. We spoke to Gay a little while ago and she said he's settled in well, he's getting better. Has he got the class to be a Melbourne Cup winner?
Well, he's got very similar profile to the likes of Rekindling and Cross Counter, those Northern Hemisphere 3-year-olds. He's run in similar kind of races. You could say not quite as well, and especially in the St Leger at Doncaster last time out, he was pretty disappointing. However, good runs in the Great Voltager at York and good at Goodwood before that. He's a horse that tends to loom to win. He often sits quite far back, comes with a good run, and never quite hits the front. I think it's going to be down to Glenn Boss today to kind of trick him into it, and with a big field that could be to his advantage. I really liked him with 50 kilos. I know Glenn's putting up a kilo of overweight, but still 51 is a very weighted horses with a bit of a interesting profile. He definitely ticks the right boxes for me.
Cheska, we'd love to hear your thoughts on our local star in Incentivise. We think he could be anything. Obviously, he's getting out to the 3,200 metres for the first time. He hasn't got staying breeding on his side. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, it's hard to judge, isn't it, Michelle? Because there's so many positives in his favour. He's won his last 9, he's won his last 3 Group 1 races, he won the Caulfield Cup, absolutely doing handstands. So all those things tell us that he's a very good horse. I love he's just giving Moods a little nudge there. But there are a couple of questions, aren't there? He's got more weight to carry now. He is going over the 3,200 metres for the first time. Moody said the Caulfield Cup was his big target for the prep. So is this a bit of an afterthought? And look, it's the first time that we're seeing the internationals taking on the local horses, whereas normally we'd see that in the Caulfield Cup, in the Herbert Power, in the Geelong Cup. So you get a bit more of an understanding as to how they all compare. Whereas now we've had to wait till the Melbourne Cup, till the big one, to see the pecking order between these good horses. It's fascinating. I love this clash between the local star and the couple of big guns from abroad.
Yes, it's almost like an Ashes battle, isn't it, Francesca? And we'll see more of that later on. Don't give us your tip now. We will come back to you a little later when we run through the Melbourne Cup field. Keen to get your insights as well. And I've just been given word that Joseph O'Brien has arrived on track, so we'll be speaking to the Irish superstar very, very shortly as well. In the meantime, let's see what the Melbourne Cup is doing with Jared Middleton from the tab.
Well, Michael, on Saturday night, $2.30 was the shortest price since Far Lap, but now it's gone beyond the price of Revenue, which won the Cup in 1901 at 7-4 or $2.75. Now $2.90. It was $2.80 this morning. Spanish Mission, certainly the best back to beat Incentivise, but just got out in the market since this morning, 7 out to $10. On the next line of betting, well, Twilight Payment, last year's winner's been popular as well, around the $14 mark, but today, Floating Artist, 16 into 13, and Very Elegant is clearly the third best back runner in the race now. Delphi, a big firmer from Saturday night to now, 34 into 18. Pondus trying to give Lloyd Williams his 8th Melbourne Cup's been 34 into 23. And Johnny Get Angry, that liability's just climbed too much through the roof, so it's got another twist in into $61 for Dennis Pagan.
Gee, that is remarkable. It would be one of the best stories ever if he could win the Cup today. Look at the clock, Michelle. We're now under 2 hours. What are the jockeys thinking now? How nervous are they getting?
I wasn't nervous. I was really ready and prepared for the race. I say the young guys having their first ride in the Cup. Theo Nugent, he's got a really live chance. He's such a young jockey. He'll be starting to feel the nerves a bit. But once you get out there, you get in the zone, you're on the horse. Your focus goes back. But right now, I'm sure that those nerves are definitely building.